That's the money sign.
Like this.
For sure.
So you can have conversations, and I would say, and we're not going to talk about it now, but there's one of the biggest things that's going to be debated on here, and we'll speak on that. And I feel like when they put this list together for Complex, I feel like they intentionally did the list like this, and they left one person off, and everybody keeps saying, where is that one person? Yes. But before we do that, man, the way that they broke this down was there was 3 areas that they felt was necessary to create this 50, right?
Mm-hmm. There were 3 core principles. Skill as a hip-hop artist is 1. 2, strength.
Well, that blew a lot of people off here.
The second one was strength of catalog, and 3rd and finally, commercial impact and lasting legacy.
Okay. All right.
Lasting
now,
influence.
Let's do the top 10. Top 10, Nipsey Hussle coming in at 10. Number 9, Eazy-E. Number 8, Be Real. Number 7, Ice-T. Number 6, DJ Quick. Number 5, Tyler the Creator. Number 4, Dr. Dre. Number 3, Ice Cube. Number 2, Snoop Dogg. Number 1 is Kendrick Lamar. That's just the top 10 right there. Now, the one thing I want to address first is that there is.
How you feel, man?
Some people didn't even go to school again.
Huh?
Some of them people didn't even go to school again.
What that got to do with anything, man? You said some of them people didn't go to school.
So if y'all measuring lasting impact and this and that and the like these categories, the criteria is all over the place.
That's what I was about to say. That right, like different generations, right?
Yeah,
but
like,
what
they didn't go to school together, like.
But what I'm saying though, babe, like honestly, I think that's what they saying of all time. Can you really?
I don't think that's.
It's not fair, right? Yeah, you can't. Yeah, 100.
There's absolutely no Tupac on here.
Exactly.
Right? And when people do
respectfully, and I have spoken in the past. Dot might be mad at me, but I'm just being real. We have enough Los Angeles rappers out here to put them in that category. Do you think Pop deserved to be on that list, babe? As far as LA, mind you, it says Los Angeles. From the list of that complex, it's Los Angeles rappers.
He's not an LA rapper.
He's not an LA rapper, so no disrespect. Like I said, I love Pop. You feel me? Don't get it twisted. But I don't think Pac should. What Big Boy just said right now, no, I don't think Pac should be on that list. In my personal opinion, respectfully.
See, and not just about the 50 best LA rappers. When people do anything as a top 5 or as a Mount Rushmore, Pac is automatically added into a lot of those categories.
Sure. In facts, and I agree with him on that. I promise you, babe, he's right. Pac is on my Mount Rushmore as far as rappers of all time. Facts. Okay, I would not disagree with that. But you're talking about LA or even California, just when you section it off in region, no, Pac is nowhere. No, he's not in none of those. I know it might sound crazy, but no. No, because listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying, babe. Pac can go up my Mount Rushmore as far as rappers. Pac is up there. But if you just talking about California, we have so many rappers that I could just put up, even LA. I could put somebody up there in that place. I don't have to put Pac up there. Now, of all time, of course, I can put Pac up there of all time. Still messing you up? Still don't make let's keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. That's
Can I tell? Well, when you finish,
right?
They actually wrote up why.
Right. And give the reason why Pac wasn't on there.
The reason why is this: for the list, it's an artist who creatively came to life in the city and reflects its ethos in their music.
Right.
And by LA, we mean LA County. That's why some big names didn't make it. They didn't make the cut. Tupac might seem like an LA rapper, but he only lived in the city for a couple of months. And although he had some big hits under the Death Row banner, he was fully formed, platinum-selling artist by the time California Love came out.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I was going to say. When people speak about Pac, right? Pac, we take Pac as West Coast, LA, and he is that.
Yeah.
But Pac, was also born on the East Coast.
Yep.
And when you had the digital underground influence, which was beautiful, you know what I'm saying? When with the Bay Area, that was beautiful. Same song, hearing that introduction to Pac with same song, and Pac being one of digital underground dancers and everything like that.
Right.
It was a Bay Area situation in music that a lot of the introduction for Pac came from the Bay Area,
Right.
and then Pac came and he did his thing with us in LA. So a lot of people that are Pac fans, and I knew Pac.
He did, for sure. And I'm not disputing none of that. One thing I agree with him on that too, babe. Pac was just like Corrupt in the sense of, babe, they came with that East Coast. You could tell even in their rhyme pattern, right, babe? Like their cadence, you could tell that they came from the East. Like just how they spit, just like how they set up their bar structures, you could just tell. But just coming over here on the West, you already know how we do, babe. We, people just gravitate to us. Just being all the way real. But you agree or you disagree with me? No, you agree. Okay.
Before Death Row, I traveled with Pac. I knew Pac just on a personal level. So I knew where Pac was from. I knew Pac's heart, everything, and you don't take anything away from him. But I could see on this list, there's going to be a lot of conversation about why Tupac isn't on this list. And I thought that they broke it down very well. When Pac came to Death Row, Pac was only on Death Row for, months. It wasn't even
about 6 months.
No, not 6, not 10 months to be exact. I remember 10 months to be exact.
They say about 9 months.
6 months.
You know what I'm saying? But even with that, a lot of posthumous music came, and a lot of people came to Pac after Pac passed. And there was that LA torch and that Cali torch that Pac raised, and I feel that's why people look at this list and they say, why Pac not on this list for LA?
Yeah.
And they're talking about like from LA. They're not talking about born because Exhibit's on the list.
Yeah.
Exhibit wasn't born in LA, but Exhibit popped right here in LA.
Yeah.
You know who also was on the list as well? It's funny that you say that. It's funny that Big Boy said that, babe. Damn, I can't even think. It was somebody else that I think I seen on that list. Never mind. Let's keep it going. I know it was somebody that I was like, bro, they're not from LA, but that's how strong. So California, babe, we really have a strong influence on a lot of people, babe. Let's just be real. Would you agree?
Yeah, but I'm probably biased.
Bias, well, that's off top. But I'm just, when you come out here, though, it's a stronghold. Like, Ice-T, no disrespect, Ice-T, he's from New Jersey.
That's what you said.
But he started gangster rap. But when you come out here, it's a totally different, it's a part of your identity. Like, whatever you came from, I'm just saying, when you come out here, it's like, okay, I'm going to still be me, but at the same time, I'm going to not so much hop on the band, I'm adapt. Let's just say, what's going on? I'm going to integrate. Yeah, I'm going to do my thing. Yeah.
Corrupt is not from LA. Corrupt is from Philly,
right?
And Exhibit's from New Mexico, but those are LA and West Coast artists, so no disrespect to Pac. I can see what was going on, but that's going to be the conversation. That look how we started. That's going to be the conversation starter.
Yeah, that's actually one of the first things that I noticed, because I'm like, what? Like, how is Pac not in here? Like, the influence that he had. And mind you, I mean, obviously I wasn't born.
Right,
when,
see?
But I know his music.
There's people that bang for Pac like you that wasn't, either they weren't born or they were very young to Pac, those kind of things.
And that's the question we're getting right now too. Like, where's Pac? Where's Corrupt? And where's Young Gotti?
Yeah, man. And there's one. I think Corrupt is on there.
That's what someone asked in the chat, Roland.
Yeah, Corrupt is number 13 on there.
Okay.
Complex also mentioned that we're also focusing strictly on rappers. So while artists like Nate Dogg and Ty Dolla $ign are iconic LA artists, they're fundamentally.
Do we look at Nate Dogg and Ty Dolla $ign, baby, as rappers though?
No.
So that's Complex. Like, it's kind of hard to debate, but I see why they put that out there. That's good though. I don't care. We talking about the West Coast, and we talking about West Coast artists or who's been inspired by the West Coast or are on the West Coast, so I rock with it. But you feel me? We gonna get down to the nitty gritty, the meat and potatoes.
Singers, not rappers.
Right, yeah. I can give them that.
Yeah.
I can give them that. And what's wild about this, man, I was like, some of the names that's on here, I was like, this person got to be from LA that created
Right.
this. Yeah, I just spoke with someone, right, that they wanted to include in this. And they was like, the list wasn't created from somebody from LA.
What?
Which kind of fucking blew me away.
I mean, they did their homework.
Yeah, and the reason why, and I say the same thing, because there's some names on here that when I look at this list as 50 best LA rappers of all time, there's some names on here that I'm glad were put on this list because you don't see a lot of these names on these kind of lists.
Mhm.
And when I look at some of them, I'm like, Tash from the Alcoholics came in at number 36. I wish they would have put J-Ro on there as well. You know, the licks, because those are.
And shout out to Tash, like 100 from the Alcoholics, the Freestyle Fellowship. If anybody is familiar with No Jumper, right? Almighty Suspect, Rifleman, and all that. That's where they come. That's the underground hip hop. If you watch Brandy Show, Moesha, and all of that, like that High Life, and in South Central, they have 4 episodes. That's what that was based on. What Big Boy's talking about right now. What's that? The Alcoholics, they was dope. They just didn't have mainstream success like that. But salute.
Eyes that I felt for the West Coast, even with Tash. Tash wasn't born in LA, but Tash is an LA artist. You know what I'm saying? I wish that they would have put J-Ro on here as well. But you don't see Tash make it to a lot of these lists.
That just hurt my heart. I didn't know that. He wasn't born. Damn. Well, I mean, Too Short is from LA. That should be Too Short didn't go to Oakland until he was 14 years old. So, but he let you know he's Oakland out. But damn, I didn't know that. I thought Taz was from out here. But let's keep it pushing.
Yeah. You don't see West Coast Cam make it to a lot of these lists. So when I look at the list, I don't argue about who's on there, who should be number one. I just look at it, I'm like, damn, AC alone from Freestyle Fellowship. I wish Micah 9 was on there, Self Jupiter. You know what I'm saying? Like, but seeing AC on here, that is ridiculous. I love it.
I shared your opinion too. Being that I'm in a group too, I feel like you need to show love to the group as well.
Right.
So
I knew you hear this, hey Juan. You hear this? I knew you were gonna bring up this group. Wow, man. Hey Juan, come get your boy, man.
The promo is crazy.
Yeah, come get your boy. All right, and what's the name of your group?
Honor Flow Productions.
Honor Flow Productions.
We're playing Ryan Fest. We got a new album coming out soon.
Right.
Anyways, back to this list.
No, but you said being in a group, you're saying you would like to have the whole group
It's
on there.
important because Evidence and Dilated Peoples is on here. It's 45. You got to mention Rock Honor Science.
And see, that's another one. When you think about Dilated, right? I love seeing Evidence on there. But then you start thinking about like, damn.
Bad Dilated People. What? That's not the ones from Mississippi? I'm off the dope right there. Who's Dilated People? I thought that's the Tennessee. Who's the one that sings Tennessee? So you know I'm sure. That's not Dilated Peoples?
I'm telling you, I don't know.
Oh, you say you don't know.
the name of the group.
I'm off the dope. I might get my car snatched for that. Damn, I thought that was Dilated Peoples.
I'm like, where's the number this and the number that?
Right.
Yeah.
So you got, of course, you got to mention Dilated. Well, I Am is 42. You got to shout out the Black Eyed Peas, App and Taboo. Fat Lip from the Far Side.
Hey man, when I saw Fat Lip on there, I was like, Fat Lip from the Far Side is amazing. And then that's another one. I was like, fuck, where's Booty Brown? Where's Romai at? Where's Trey at? Where's Imani? But just seeing Fat Lip on there, and you don't see Fat Lip from the Far Side. You don't see them make it to these kind of lists. So when I look at this and I look at MC8 made it to the list, King T from the city of Compton. King T is one of my favorite MCs.
Oh, wow.
One of
Originators. Shout out to King T. Him and Miss Master Spade. Like, you feel me? The Batarang. Hey. The Batarang, 1984. I forgot what. Damn, I forgot his name. But yeah, 1984, 1985. But yeah, King T was one of them too. Yeah.
my favorite MCs. The first MC that I saw with like, Cadillac 12 gauge on it. The first one I heard say Crip. You know what I'm saying? Like King.
And King T was the Biggie Smalls. Bro, Biggie Smalls is where he got his... Biggie Smalls got his inspiration from King T. And that's documented, for sure.
T for me is one of my favorite lyricists, right? But King T never makes it to a list. Those that know, even Biggie, Notorious B.I.G., he loved King T. because people that know King T, and King T is never one of those people that bang on his chest about what he did for the West Coast, you know, who's originally from Compton, that kind of thing. Those that know King T, and when I see King T on this list and King T comes in at number 16, I effing love it, man.
Big, can you correct something for me here? Everlast.
Mm-hmm.
I associate Everlast, he only wore the Celtics gear as a Boston guy.
Right.
Does he have LA ties? Am I missing something here?
You know,
with House of Pain?
Well, before House of Pain, Everlast is from Rhyme Syndicate. Right.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Okay. House of Pain, is that jump around? Okay. My bad. Hey, this history right there. I'm sorry. I'm being real. You feel me? I know I'm the historian, but it's history too. I'm not saying I know everything, but it's history as well.
Ever missing the beat, Everlast. You know what I'm saying? So he's an original member from Rhyme Syndicate. Right. So that's where, you know, and then when Everlast got to the House of Pain thing and the things you're saying with the Shamrock and the Boston thing, that's still Everlast. But Everlast early on, never missing a beat, Everlast, you know what I'm saying? That was Rhyme Syndicate.
You're right.
So I can see that. You know what I'm saying? And Everlast coming in at number 44, Everlast is an MC, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Look at Juan over here passing out lists. You know, Yo-Yo. I love seeing Yo-Yo in there, and I'm starting with those like Razkaz and these names that you'll see that don't kind of make it to these lists, and they're not the topicals like how people say, "Oh, Kendrick." You know, they're not these top 5, but they're top 5 to someone else. They're not top 5 to this list right here,
Right?
And that's why I wanted to make sure that I gave some of these accolades early on to some of these people that don't make these lists. To me, Razkaz coming in at number 33. Razkaz is a lyrical assassin.
Absolutely.
Carson, I just did the show with Raz. Man, shout out Razkaz. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Razkaz. That's the one that put the city on the map. Excuse me. I don't want to be no disrespect to my Samoan brothers because we already know Booyah Tribe, you feel me, first. But Razkaz, he got the baton and you feel me, he kept going with it. Let's just say that.
Razkaz is a beast when it comes to it. So when you start to see this and you see somebody that represents the 50 best LA rappers of all time, Murs is on there. He should be.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Murs used to be part of Stampede Management, Double R, you know, Russell Bordeaux. Shout out Murs. I remember he put my cousin Nani on his first CD that he came out. He was rapping. He was really on this political. Shout out Murs.
Yeah, man, Razkaz should be. Lady of Rage should be. The things that Coolio did for hip hop in LA.
That's what it was. Lady of Rage. No disrespect. Lady of Rage is not from Los Angeles. But we love her though. We rap. But that's what I mean by like, bro, let's talk about people that's really in the field out here. Like it's other female rappers like if you're gonna be like that, like you can put JJ Fad in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, JJ Fad is the reason why NWA is NWA. Let's be real. And Eazy-E will tell you that. Q will tell you. All of these people will tell you that. So that's what I mean. Like, if we're going to base it on that, let's base it on, you know?
And everything. Yeah. Coolio, rest in peace. That being said, man, I want to really open up to where either someone is at or movement around, or who are they missing off of this list? All right.
Here we go.
Luigi.
Here we go, dog.
Talk to him, Lou.
Blueface at 50.
Right.
Do what you want. Be who you want. Toronto's all in. 100%. Style and substance in the GMC Sierra.
Sir? Wait. I thought I was in incognito mode.
Gone in incognito mode, trying to fix the leak.
Shut up about that one.
This is
Huh?
what
I agree
I'm
with Louis.
saying,
Yeah, I'm
dog.
with him too.
I get it.
This is what I'm saying. Like, if it comes to of all time Blueface, no way, bro. It trips me out, especially from Los Angeles. I think Problem over Blueface.
Yeah.
I think
Problem. Jason Martin. Come on.
What he did.
Bad
in LA,
luck. You know, and I don't want to start naming so many people because there's going to be so many people that I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
But if we go to a cloth being cut to Mixmaster Spade, Toddy T, like there's some right there that's like foundation members, you know.
But that's what it was. Mixmaster Spade and Toddy T. I told you that was my fault. I didn't know. But the Bat Around, Toddy T, Mixmaster Spade. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? I said that earlier in this beginning. That's what I'm saying. You feel me? That's what I'm talking about. And he's right about problem. Jason Moore, you know what it is? When you switch the name, I'm gonna be real. When you do a name switch, if you're not out there like just yet, like I'm talking about out there, because Jason Martin is supposed to be way bigger. You feel me? Way bigger. Dope. Producer and a writer. But him making, shout out to Terrence Martin as well. I think that name switch kind of hindered him in a sense. You feel me? But I'm glad that we showing appreciation right now. Yeah, should have been on that list. Problem. Like, why? Should have been on that list for sure.
Yeah, Louis been on Blueface head, bro. Right. And he's not even cool with Blueface being 50. No.
Right.
It's like they just ran out of people. They're like, oh, just throw him in there.
Right.
But also you have to. Oh,
Go
sorry,
ahead.
I was gonna say in the comments too, people are like, "Where's E40 and Too Short?"
Well, this is not LA.
That's not LA.
This is LA. They're from the Bay Area. This isn't.
Come on, baby girl. Come on. I don't do us like that. See, that's what we saying when people not paying attention. It's LA. It's LA, sweetie. I get it. But yeah, it's LA. It's LA. That's what I'm saying. That's the focus. It's LA. She mentioned Too Short and E40.
Let's go.
Two though.
Too Short is Too Short.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, with
Oakland,
technically,
yeah,
damn, I'm about to eat my words because technically I just said that Too Short, he didn't go to Oakland until he was 14 or 15 years old. So yeah, you might got a point, but I know he'll argue that down. Too Short didn't go to Oakland until he was 14 or 15 years old, but he always keep it a buck, bro. He's Oakland off top. He would never rep LA, not in the sense like that, but he just said where he got his game isn't like Pac is from the town, from Oakland. So
like, doesn't he have like a big, just I guess?
We're not talking about
impact?
fan base.
Yeah. It's like
He reps the
Too
Bay.
Short is Sir Too Short coming straight from Oakland. Like Too Short, and big ups to anybody that's in the chat.
Andre.
But Too Short would tell you he's from Oakland, and really, man, not disrespecting anyone that's on or off the list, but Too Short, no, he shouldn't be on this list.
Right. Yeah.
Because Too Short Too Short is not from LA.
Yeah.
And there's nobody that can say, oh, big this Too Short. Like Too Short, I'm not from LA.
Yeah, I feel like if he was
That's
on that
what I'm
list,
saying,
his
yeah.
audience in the Bay would probably be like, "What the hell?" Like,
Yeah, I mean, Pac got more of a valid reason
Right.
for
Yeah,
being on
true.
here than Too Short.
Even though if
No.
you heard Big's
Hell
off-air
no.
interview with Too Short, you can go,
well, no, but would you agree with that, babe? You said Pac has a more valid reason. You get what he's saying? Okay, my bad. Because I'm like, nah, baby.
And if you're gonna consider somebody that's not from LA to be elected,
You would think
would be
Pac?
Pac over Too Short.
But Pac was pushing Oakland, babe, when he was like on that
Yeah,
West
but I
Coast.
think they're
They just saying this-
making the connection between like Suge and you know what I'm saying, his music type.
His music type.
The
Okay.
lasting impression that we got was of, you know what I'm saying,
Being
this
this
type
right
of
here.
music from
I
down
get
here.
what you're saying. Okay, that's my fault.
Like
Okay.
to live and die in LA.
Yeah, you right. Yeah, you right. You right.
let's watch it right now on the YouTube channel.
Seriously.
Short has LA ties. I had no idea LA ties
Right.
until I was at the interview. Had no idea he
Right.
went to Dan Murphy High School for a year. I was like, wow.
Right,
So,
but
he's Oakland without question.
yeah, Short is Oakland. Everything
Where
started in
from?
Oakland.
Absolutely.
The tapes, the
You went where?
then Too Short.
Even though if you heard Big's off-air interview with Too Short, you can go let's watch it right now on the YouTube channel.
Seriously.
Short has LA ties. I had no idea LA ties
Right.
until I was at the interview. Had no idea he
Right.
went to Dan Murphy High School for a year. I was like, wow.
Right,
So,
but-
he's Oakland without question.
Yeah, Short is Oakland. Everything started in Oakland.
Absolutely.
The tapes, the first shows, you know, I mean, hell, you listen to he's Sir Too Short coming straight from Oakland. So yeah, E40, no need to be on this list. Vallejo, California, Yay area.
Yeah.
That's E40. You know, he wouldn't be on the list. And E40 will tell you, like, I understand why I'm not on that list.
Right.
E40, one of my favorite MCs. You know what I'm saying? But E40 shouldn't be on this best LA rappers of all time.
Mhm.
You know?
That will be like Bay Area rappers. All of a sudden, you got Nipsey Hussle up there, or even Kendrick Lamar. Like, yeah, of course, we will understand that. If they put out a list, the top Bay Area rap, and you had Kendrick Lamar with Mac Dre, yeah, I will understand. Like, bro, are you serious? Like, yeah, so yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Charles says he gets it too now. He's like, I get it. Strictly LA.
Yeah. And some people don't have the list right in their hands like we have it. Because even when the game hit me yesterday in Instagram, right? And hopefully I have it right here still. And when the game hit me in Instagram, I immediately went to my DM because it hit me on a DM. And it said, hold on, let me see here.
Game was hot.
Alrighty, Game should just change his name to Game. You know what I'm saying? So LA Confidential. So he sent me this, and it was he was talking about the list, right? And I hadn't seen the list, and he put Game at 11 is nasty work. I'll bust that whole list ass. You know, and then he said, all the motivation I needed to finish the documentary 3. Y'all got Game fucked up. And he put that up, but he sent it to me, right? And then I was like, oh shit, I'm not sure what list Game is talking about. However, it's about to go down. Game is a lyricist. Now,
man, I didn't know that was you, big boy, that wrote that. I swear, I thought that was Game referring himself in the third person because I did see that. Shout out to Chig Smooth and shout out to Charles Brown and Big Kids that did a reaction. I did a reaction myself too. Obviously, y'all here, but you know, I'm just doing a reaction to. I'm doing it live with Big Boy, but I thought that was Game referring himself into a third person when he was saying that, like, hey, you know, Game is finna be on one. I didn't know that was you, big boy, that said that. Like, man, I don't know what list y'all talking about. Now that makes sense. My bad. I feel bad now because my reaction, I was kind of going hard. My other video, but let's keep it going though.
At that time,
only thing I don't respect with Game, I feel where he coming. Like I said, bro, is him saying that I smash everybody on that list, knowing that everybody on the list is from the same part that you from, same region. That's what I have a problem with.
When Game hit me, I didn't have this list.
Gotcha.
And so I didn't know what number 11 was, and I didn't even know that it was 50 best LA rappers. So with Game saying I'll bust that list whole ad, I haven't heard anybody else come after the list, but that's, you know, Game gonna do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know that Game was number 11 out of the top 10. I didn't know what list Game was talking about, but Game was like, that's all the motivation I need. You know what I'm saying? And Game should be on that list.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Shit, but I think 11 is good where he is, to be honest with you, because it's like, are you better than Kendrick, Snoop, Cube, Drake,
Game
Tyler,
would say,
Cliff?
hell yeah. I bet
but
that Game would move some of this around himself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Game would probably move Tyler off of.
Yeah, I was about to say, only person I think Game would really would have a problem with is Tyler. That's the only person. But everybody else, Game pay homage so much that he shouldn't have a problem with those other cats. With the other 10 people that's up there, so remove the other 9, then yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, for sure. Or the other 10, I should say. Yeah, I don't think he would have a problem with
The top
Probably.
10, you know what I'm saying? And then Game is also one of those that he respect the culture, so he probably wouldn't play with Dre, or probably wouldn't play with Cube or Eazy-E,
Right.
even though he know that he can get on the mic and go, you know, microphone, you know, verse for verse.
Mhm.
But just out of respect, I don't think that Game would touch him. But he's like, man, number 11, yeah, people think like, damn, number 11 out of 50, hell yeah. But Game was like, all right. He was like, all right, that's what y'all want to do.
It's
Watch.
so important to emphasize pre-blog era, pre-Kendrick. The Game was the guy in LA.
Mhm.
He held us down for he had a good 4 or 5 year run. It was just him.
And the Game held us down when it wasn't a lot holding us down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a lot holding us down, man. And the Game came in. And with anybody that's on here, you know what I'm saying? Like when you look at J-Rock TDE, you know what I'm saying? Before a lot of people got on, J-Rock, you know, he had that on his show.